Our daughter, Olivia, was born with an extremely rare disease. It's called EEF1A2 related neurodevelopmental disorder. She was diagnosed at 6 weeks old. When you watch your child suffer, especially with a rare disease, there's a lot that's unknown, and we were exposed to the needs for these children. So Olivia's Light serves children who are born with genetic disorders and have medical complexities and severe disabilities.
It was always our goal to get her out of the hospital, and we've realized through our own experience and through conversations that we've had with other parents that how many children are sent home without a diagnosis. They have these symptoms like apnea or epilepsy and a whole host of other complications that are nothing but a symptom of a bigger disease. And I think in many of these cases, broad genetic testing could provide a diagnosis, bring some answers, even if they're not good answers. At least families know what they're dealing with and can get connected to the right communities, the right support network. In the end, also gain access to a lot of support that they wouldn't otherwise have without a diagnosis. And so that's what we want to advocate for through Olivia's Light, and that's what we want to help provide these families with.
Our main focus right now is funding broad genetic testing for children whose insurance provider, for whatever reason, doesn't cover the test. As we learned, that diagnosis was pivotal. It opened the door to support for palliative care, at-home nursing, and eventually hospice. With certain genetic conditions or disorders, it is possible that there is a cure, but in the case that there isn't, we still believe that every child should live and in some cases die with dignity, and that having that support, having that diagnosis is crucial in order to provide them the support and comfort they need to continue however much of life they have left to live.
If a child gets sent home with all of these life-threatening complications, they're going to end up back in the hospital. They're going to be guessing about a treatment plan. When you have a diagnosis, things become more efficient and cost-effective, and the families, they get support.
We believe her diagnosis was pivotal because it went from maybe she will grow out of this to she has an extremely rare, incurable disorder that would eventually take her life, and it did.
Medicaid is an example of the type of support that Olivia qualified for only after she had a diagnosis. For a lot of families, having a child with a condition like Olivia's is very damaging financially. Finding opportunities to tell Olivia's story and our story will help kind of open minds to the value of access to this type of test.
Through Olivia's Light, even if it's years down the road, we hope to see that broad genetic testing is accessible and free to every child and family. We hope that it is part of standard care. We hope it becomes general knowledge.
Through Olivia's Light, we hope to increase awareness and access to broad genetic testing so that families aren't sent home without a diagnosis, so that in the future families have the answers that they need to make the best decisions for their families.
To support Olivia's Light, you can go to oliviaslight.org and donate.